Hey guys, all right, today we are canning salsa, so I thought I'd give you a quick tour of the setup right now, okay? So first what we have here is our water getting boiling. I'm actually using an old pressure canner because I'm running out of containers to put stuff. So this is, the water is going to be boiling, and it is. It's boiling now, as you can tell. So what we will do is take the tomatoes that we have here, and we will put them in the boiling water, and they will go in there for 30 seconds up to a minute, and I really just want the skins to split. So once they split, I will go ahead and remove them with a spoon and a bowl, and then I will take those tomatoes and I will put them over here into my cleaned sink, which I cleaned with baking soda. Don't use any harsh chemicals because the tomatoes are going to be sitting in water until you get to process them. So I will fill this up with cold water and put all my tomatoes in there. And then what I will do is then take the tomato and I will take the skins off and core it, and I just use my hands. You can use a knife as well. And then I will basically just kind of like squeeze the juice out because I'm going to make salsa and I don't need all that extra water. So a lot of the seeds and the juice just kind of come out if I give it a squeeze. So then I will take the good fleshy part of the tomato and I will put it in here. When that gets full, I will eventually put it into my pot over here. And then when I get enough in here, I will go ahead and turn it on and get it to a boil. And you'll see a lot of the liquid start to come to the top. And my favorite way to get rid of all that extra water, because I don't need super watery salsa, is I will just take this and put it in there and just kind of like you just do it on the edge and the water will kind of just filter in here. And then I can just dump the water back out in here. So that's what I do with that. So you gotta have a lot of jars set up and containers set up, and everything needs to be clean and set up. And then while the tomatoes are boiling down, I will go ahead and chop up onion and peppers. And then once I feel like this is good with getting rid of most of the water liquid, I will go ahead and add in the green peppers and the onions, and then let that boil down so that everything is soft. Then I will use my immersion blender and I will make it nice and pureed because I don't really like chunky. You can leave it chunky, but I like to puree it. And then that's when I add my vinegar and my spices to it. And then I kind of get that nice and done. Then I go ahead and warm up my jars, put my salsa in the jars, and I put a half a teaspoon of citric acid per quart jar. And then I go ahead and do the lids and the bands like you're supposed to. And then I get out my all-American canner and I go ahead and put in and process them. So that's how I process them, is with my pressure canner. You can do the water bath as well. So either way works with tomatoes. So I'm going to get started and I'm going to do about 60 pounds of tomatoes, and that will give me about 14 quarts of salsa. So good luck. Have fun.